Well, what's up guys? How you doing? The Lost Lion here. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to everyone in the YouTube world. I want to talk about my 7-day Caribbean cruise. And if you guys have been following along, that series is over, but I wanted to give a recap of the pros and the cons, what I liked and what I didn't like about the Norwegian Prima. Beautiful ship, and it has lots of good things and several bad things, but I'm here to talk about it today. But before we get into the pros and cons, I wanted to invite you guys to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching guys, so let's get into the pros and cons. Now I do want to talk about actually the first few moments on board. Embarking process was 2 hours to get on the ship. That's what I didn't like, and I don't know if it was Norwegian's fault or if it was the Port of Galveston's fault. And once we got on the ship, well, I wanted the Wi-Fi to start working because I wanted to check my messages. There was no signal in the building. And once we got on the ship, there was still no signal. I went up to the desk and they just told me simply that it wasn't working yet. So I guess they have a set time of when the Wi-Fi starts working. Or otherwise I had bad luck because it didn't work at the moment. They just told me to wait. And that was a bit of inconvenience. I did purchase the Wi-Fi package. It was good overall. Just getting on the ship, it took about 2 hours for it to start working, and they didn't give an explanation why, but that's just how it happened. Now I have to say the next part that I don't like is the nickel and diming that I feel like Norwegian does. This was my first time on Norwegian. There was a lot of extra costs to do, like the mini golf, the arcade. There was definitely a Starbucks that wasn't included, I think, and there was other activities just all around the ship that wasn't included. The beach vibe club, especially that was hundreds of dollars for day passes or for a week-long pass. It was quite expensive, and you just feel like you have to pay even more to do other events or other entertainment on the ship when you do pay a heavy price for what you get. You know, it was a Christmas cruise, I get it. That's my critique of the nickel and diming. The overall ship, the layout, everything was fine, except for a few venues such as an Improv at Sea or Sid Norman's Poorhouse. Those venues were very small. It only fit about 70 to 100 people, and with 3,000 people in the ship, there was definitely lines to different places of entertainment. So I actually did wait an hour before the improv show to catch a seat, and I was lucky to get a seat. But otherwise, if I would have been there 30 minutes earlier, I would have been standing for the whole comedy show. But there are other places like the Surfside Grill. It was definitely hard to find places to sit and to enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner. The other places like the observation deck during the sea day, pretty tough to find a couch or a lounger to just enjoy the ocean views. It's very limited, and you either have to wait a long time or just get lucky to find any sort of seat at anything that you almost want to do. So there were plenty of lines. Just expect to wait in line for almost anything that you want to do, especially on sea days. Now I did want to mention the disembarkation at ports, and once we got to Galveston, it always felt very crowded on deck 4. There was no organization and not even any sign on where to stay or where to stand in line so that you can get off the ship. It was always disorganized. Even on the last day when we got off the ship, there was no organization. They just had us through the casino, trying to find the line to get out the ship. And when we finally found the line, they told us to walk across the casino and find another line, which wasn't there anyway. So I'm not gonna lie, that was about 45 minutes to an hour to get off the ship. We just had to make our way through, be patient, never harass the staff because it's really not their fault. Norwegian Prima, please get your disembarkation process a little better. It would help. Now I do want to say that it's not all bad. Norwegian Prima is a very beautiful ship. There are plenty and plenty of pros, but I want to point out the best things that I found about this ship. First, starting with the art and the decor around the ship is absolutely stunning. This ship is elegant, lots of art pieces. They really put a lot of emphasis on the art show. I understand why now. I even bought an art piece, very beautiful, and I actually got it shipped to my house within a week after the cruise. It was just overall a beautiful and walkable, very easy to get around the ship. So I love the layout. 5 out of 5 for me on that. Favorite, my number one activity on the ship. I can't believe the go-karts. It is very underrated. You must reserve it once you get on the ship, unless you want to get lucky and find a slot, because people do cancel the reservation and back out. But you must go up to deck 18 go to the speedway and reserve your spot for the go-karts. It is $15 a person. That's part of the nickel and diming that I am talking about, but the go-karts are definitely worth it. They go up to 27 miles an hour. Now I know in my vlogs they look really slow, but I am actually going about 20 plus miles an hour. It was so fun. I only did it once and I can't wait to go back just for the go-karts at sea. Amazing experience. Now the food at the Indulge Hall is my #1 choice for breakfast, lunch, and or dinner. The Indulge Food Hall had the best food hands down. Very quick, very convenient. The variety was crazy. They even had Indian food, Mexican food, American. It was amazing. They actually had another Starbucks in the Indulge Food Hall. I never saw it open, so that's a little bit of a weird situation there. Very, very worth it to eat there every day. I try to go every day. Now I do want to talk about the inside cabin. My room was very beautiful, very stylish. I love the art on the back side of the bed. The bathroom is the biggest bathroom I think I have used on a cruise ship. Plenty and plenty of space. In the shower, you have a lot of space. You can stretch your arms out and you still won't touch the wall. So I love the design of that. And then the bed was comfy, storage was great. The mini fridge is fine, had it all. So I really give my cabin a 5 out of 5. Definitely, I recommend the inside cabin too. It's very cozy. Like I have mentioned before, overall the ship was beautiful. It was elegant. The walkways were very wide and open. It did feel crowded in some instances, but in most times it was not crowded at all. I love the bridgeway on deck 8 where you can walk over the ocean. Overall, loved all those factors that I just mentioned. Food is great, entertainment was great. That's gonna wrap up the pros of the Norwegian Prima. If you are young, if you are old, if you have a big family, or if you're just a couple, or if you have kids, I definitely recommend the Norwegian Prima. It has it all for all ages, just to relax or to party or to lounge around. And I felt like it was a good mix of people who just wanted to just enjoy cruising in general. So I believe that I would recommend the Norwegian Prima. Now, would I recommend it for the Christmas break? I don't think so. It was a little bit too pricey. It came out to $250 per person per day for the Christmas week. If you go like in a cheap month like January or maybe April, it's gonna be at a cheaper rate. Recommend it to all those out there just for the right price. I hope you take this advice and I hope it was valuable to you. And if it was, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel. I have plenty and plenty of cruises and land travel coming up soon. I'm going to continue to travel so that you guys can follow along. Wanted to mention a little bit of what's coming up next because I will be in Chile at the time of this video coming out. So if you want to keep up to date, just go to my Instagram. I will be posting every day. I will be going to Easter Island, to Patagonia, doing a little bit of hiking. So it's gonna be very fun and I will bring the camera along with me the whole way. So guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone in the YouTube world, and we'll catch you guys in Chile. So Lost Lion out. Thanks for watching.